राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवन चारी यमुना तीरवन चारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवन चारी यमुना तीरवन चारी जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam, ISKCON Seshadripuram, daily Bhagavatam class through online. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.32.3. तच्छ्रद्धया आक्रान्तमतिः तच्छ्रद्धया आक्रान्तमतिः तच्छ्रद्धया आक्रान्तमतिः पितृदेवव्रतः पुमान् पितृदेवव्रतः पुमान् पितृदेवव्रतः पुमान् पितृदेवव्रतः पुमान् गत्वचन्द्र चन्द्रमसं लोकं गत्वा चान्द्रमसं लोकं गात्वा चान्द्रमसामसं लोकं सोमपा पुनर्यस्यति सोमपा पुनर्यस्यति सोमपा पुनर्यस्यति तत्सृदया आक्रान्तमतिः पितृदेवव्रतः पुमान् गत्वा चन्द्रमासं लोकं सोमपा पुनरिष्यति. Word to word translation. Thus, to the demigods and forefathers, Shraddhaya, with reverence, Akranta, overcome, Matihi, his mind, with to the forefathers, Deva, to the demigods, Vrataha, his vow, Uman, the person, Gatva, having gone, Chandramasam, to the moon, Lokam, planet, Somapaha, drinking Soma juice, Punaha, again, Yashyati, will return. Translation and purport by Jagadguru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Such materialistic persons, attracted by sense gratification and devoted to the forefathers and demigods, can be elevated to the moon, where they drink an extract of the Soma plant. They again return to this planet. Perfect. The moon is considered one of the planets of the heavenly kingdom. One can be promoted to this planet by executing different sacrifices recommended in the Vedic literature. Such a pious activities in worshipping the demigods and forefathers with rigidity and vows. But one cannot remain there for a very long time. Life on the moon is said to last 10,000 years according to the calculation of the demigods. The demigods, the demigods' time is calculated in such a way that one day, 12 hours, is equal to 6 months on this planet. It is not possible to reach the moon by any material vehicle like Sputnik, but persons who are attracted by material enjoyment can go to the moon by pious activities. In spite of being promoted to the moon, however, one has to come back to this earth again when the merits of his work and sacrifice are finished. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.21. एतं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षिणे पुण्यं मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति. So here the purport is Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Guru-militam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Padanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Uttapada Kamalam श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहनललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna devotees. So let us discuss briefly, today's subject matter. There are right now we are in third canto and 32nd chapter. So before that, where the root of today's discussion or theme of today's discussion is, already there was a question raised in the 29th chapter, second verse, third canto. What is that question? Number 8 is, please describe samsara of jivas. So we all are samsaris. Those who are taking birth in this planet would be considered as a samsari, the jivas. Here, especially the discussion between Mother Devahuti and Lord Kapila is the conversation is going on. So what is this conversation is all about how to come out of this punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. So that is called how to come out of this entanglement of samsara. Here in Bhuloka we are all taking birth, getting into this chakra. What is the chakra? Taking birth, again dying. Dying and again taking birth. So here, Lord Kapila is enlightening Mother Devahuti how to come out of this chakra. How he is explaining. He explained in so many other ways. The connectivity between previous chapter and this chapter is all about. So after speaking about returning to this world by sakama karma, so through sakama karma only, one who is bandha, attached to this all the reactions of the one's result of his karma, and not returning to this world by nishkama karma. So what is another better method is nishkama karma. And then Kapila criticizes those who are not devotees. How to understand this? So the answer being given. So what was the question? So this entire Bhagavatam is filled with questions and answers. So let us understand in the same format of the flow of this chapter, the flow of this canto, the flow of this topic. Here it is mentioned, the 30th chapter to 32nd chapter says about the answer to how to come out of this samsara. So how we are understanding this? Initially in the 30th chapter, here the conversation between Mother Devahuti and Lord Kapila. See the discussion, very wonderful. The pains in youth, old age, and death, and hell of materially attached persons. So here Lord Kapila is explaining how this is difficult in this material life of youth, old age, death, etc. And then the pains in the womb at birth as an infant and as a child also play prayers of Jiva within the womb. So these are the difficulties. Okay, these all are the difficulties we have come across. Then further, Lord Kapila tries to answer to the question of Mother Devahuti about the samsara in two contexts. That is the today's theme or subject matter. And here it is mentioned that how Lord Kapila criticized the karma and also he glorified the superiority of the bhakti yoga. We have to understand this. How the sakama karma being criticized, which is not worthy, and then superiority of bhakti yoga. So we have already discussed the connection between already in the previous chapters we have discussed about whatever the punya karma or papa karma one does based on that he will get the elevation, right? Or spiritual elevation or material elevation, etc. Once the pious activities are exhausted, so based on that, I will get that 14 planetary system. Based on my karma, I may get any of these 14 planetary system within this material, planet. All these 14 planetary system comes under this materialistic creation, and then in this planet, the mortal. This is called mortal planet. Once again, whatever the level one goes, this Ferris wheel, we say, Ferris wheel, whatever in this chakra, person going up and down, again, person still stuck in the samsara, punarapi marana, punarapi janana. In this connection, one of the pastimes with Srila Prabhupada, I'm remembering, one of the Western devotee or Indian devotee. This is the same example, but it's very much connected to this today's topic: how to come out of this samsara, repeated birth and death. Here, the point is how to come out of this. But many devotees, whenever they see any sannyasi or saffron devotee, immediately they'll ask, how is my bhavishya, how is my future, etc. It's more anxious. And in such a way, one devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, could you see my, palm and tell my bhavishya, like how it is going to be in future? Prabhupada said, okay, I will see, okay. Then immediately he had shown his palm. Then Prabhupada, after seeing that, jokingly he said, "Tu marne wala hai, you will die one day." Then that person, that devotee, got so surprised. Oh, Prabhupada, what is this? Am I going to die? Yes. Okay. Okay. Prabhupada, what is next? Then he said, again you will take, birth. Then the devotee could not understand what Prabhupada is telling. Yes, this is the bhavishya of everyone in this material planet, whichever the floor we are in. Right? That is the challenge here. Which floor and which is the highest floor? That knowledge one should have. Unfortunately, Kali Shudra Sambhava, in Kali Yuga, nobody is trying to or attempting to get this knowledge, what we have been discussing from time immemorial. And then, from the purport of this verse, we could understand, yet one is not allowed to stay there forever. So, because of the person's so pious activity, those who are following, so much of austerities and worshipping their, what to say, we are discussing about Sakama Karma, the one who is worshipping Pitrus and one who is worshipping and maintaining some austerity with personal motive, which is not worthy for bhakti progress. Right? Some personal motive in the sense, oh God, give me daily bread and butter. Oh God, give me this. Oh God, give me that. Oh my God, please take me away from this materialistic, difficulty, etc., etc. One who is not having, for whom it is the one who is not having knowledge about this permanent dukkha. What are the four permanent dukkha? Birth, death, old age, and disease. Already we discussed enough about the birth, how difficult this birth, etc. All these things. And whatever it may be, the one who takes birth is baffled, including Brahma. When Brahma took birth first, he baffled so much of darkness and he could not know what to do and how to do, etc. Then finally Lord himself came and preached to Lord Brahma through Om Tat Tat Sat, and then and also it is not that easy that Lord made him to do more than 1,000 years of Brahma's tapasya, and then only Lord imparted this knowledge. This is not that easy, like which is available in the roadside for everyone. It is not that easy to get this fortunate. Only through true devotees, with the mercy of the Lord, with the mercy of true Guru, one could get through the Patita Pavana. Let us think ourselves how we all came to Krishna consciousness, or how this ISKCON movement started, how comfortably in the early morning we all are discussing about the subject matters, and we all are relishing, the speaker also, the hearer also, how it is so relishing only with the mercy of true devotees like Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj are our Shiksha Guru. So otherwise, no question of thinking or thinking, no, I am a rich person, I am so opulent, I have got a fame, I have got name, I have got this, that, that. Nothing doing. Only one should beg for the mercy of the pure devotee. Otherwise, one could not come to the stage of Nishkama Karma. It is mentioned 100%. Why? Even Kapildev criticizes Sakama Karma in the future upcoming, verses of this 32nd chapter. Few points I have taken from there. Let us discuss how Kapildev criticizes this Sakama Karma. Why he criticizes? What is this, detail? Because this mind always attached to this worldly thing. I have to do, though I may be, suppose I'm working for some organization, so I am a grasta, I'm doing this, materially whatever I do perfectly, even though I do, but many people say work is worship, makkal seve magesan seve, like that, and all people will tell in many languages, right? What all these things will make us to do our task, the material task effectively. But again, whether do we have proper understanding with the level of sakama karma? That is a big, question mark here. So it is condemned. Whatever the perfection in your materialistic execution, still it is not perfect. And in the second point, why? Because their mind absorbed in household affairs. The samsari's mind is always absorbed in household affairs. Oh, my son has to get married. Oh, my son has to get good marks in the exams. My daughter should get settled in a very good family, and I should buy a very nice car. Let me get good name from the boss. Let me bring up my bank balance, or let me bring up my name and fame. Let me bring up, like Krishna says, Bhogaishwarya Prashaktana, Kaya Apargata Chetasam, Vivasayatmika Buddhi, Samadhavana Vidyate. So what here Krishna emphasized, until I am in the Sakama Karma, selfish motive, Bhogaishwarya, I have affection on all these, I need good wife, I need good follower, I need, blah, 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 big list we have in this materialistic way of leading life. My beautiful wife, my beautiful that, my that, this. So you name, you list anything until I have a selfish motive, right? Rather thinking, the solution is rather thinking instead of my wife or my husband for a samsari, we can think in a way that she is a devotee of the Lord. He is a devotee of the Lord. Let me start serve this particular devotee. So that should be the mood one should cultivate from sakama karma to nishkama karma. Otherwise, we will stuck within the this mood of Bhogaishwarya Prashaktana. Bhogaishwarya, I have so much of affection of this materialistic wealth. I cannot be a master. I am a servant. One should, well, the Supreme Lord is the master. Do I have that realization? No. Then I am a Sakama Karmi. That is what here Lord Kapila also condemning, this act. And then here they are interested in Dharma, Artha, Kama, not even a moksha. I will do something, but for that I will get some benefit, and I will get entangled with the karma. Because thinking only on material returns. So what is my mood? Oh Lord, I do this. I do this yajna. Please give me this returns. Oh God, I know I do. Even in our ISKCON also, I do japa, but everything not coming hanky dory. Nothing is coming. So mercifully, that this and all people will discuss. That is, you know, what I can say. That is also one kind of, uh, not recommended activities or thought process. Always, thinking about materialistic mood and returns, and then keeping we as a center rather, Lord as a center. And further, Lord Kapila criticizes this mode of Sakama Karma. They are they are aware of Harikatha. Right? You won't say, there is a Bhagavatam class. Right? How many of us could join here? Hardly, including me, only five. Right? Harikatha is very difficult. But if we say, Gramya Katha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you say Gramya Katha, how the latest movie, the latest celebrity show, the latest, Facebook updates, the latest YouTube, that this, materialistic enjoyment, then people are so attracted, including we, the progressing, including I, the progressing devotees. We all stuck in this level only. And then they are trying to perfectly performing all these duties like Pitruloka, and then what to say, the duties from till death. Perfectly, they want to do everything. I have to get accordingly, whatever the office guidelines. Yes, nothing wrong in that, but in what mode I am doing is a matter, right? So I'm so attached with my Pitarloka, whatever my parents says, whatever my parents follow, nothing wrong in that. But in what mode I have been doing this, right? So with materialistic intention or motive. Even our Acharya says, instead of rather associating with materialistic contaminated person, let me sit in the toilet, next to the shit, let me do chanting my rounds and finish. Oh, Sakama Karma being condemned or criticized by our Acharya, as well as Kapila Dev, mentioning here to Mother Devati. And okay, so I get good name from my boss. I will get good name from my pictures. All these things are okay. I can get a good berth in the moon, but again there is a condition. I may go by or I can put it in this way. I may go by a very luxurious car, so-called luxurious, Audi car, or Mercedes Benz car. You name anything opulent. Prabhupada many a times mentioned this Hawaii, this US, this is Surga, this is higher planetary system. But even though those who are taking birth in this planet, they're taking birth in the very opulent countries like Western countries like America, Russia, or whatever the country you take birth, again you have to get fall into this birth and death, this Ferris wheel. This like in the purport it is mentioned that Ferris wheel goes up and down. Yeah, I will get in the very nice birth in the moon, but after that, whatever the credits exhausted, again like mobile phone, once the charge is gone, again it has to come to off state. This is a continuous process. Why to get into this chakra? Even Purandaradasa said, "Alliruvudu nammane, illiruvudu summane." Kannada. This house is temporary, where that Goloka Vrindavan is our house. So how to understand this? How to come to this? Right? So that is a million-dollar question. How to get into this mood? And also here it is mentioned, uh, you know, by practice of bhakti, you can achieve goals of other paths also. Another advantage is there. So, for example, okay, bhakti is okay. All these things, whatever Lord Kapila criticized, whatever our acharyas says, I am accepting. I am accepting. But what is the next? Yes, this is the next. Practice of bhakti, you can achieve goals of other paths also. How to understand this? If I am a crorepati, I am also a lakpati. Right? That is the understanding here. Why to go and separately suffer, taking, indirect path. Why to get into this indirect path? So that is what, being the, what I can say, you know, how this, sakama karma being, criticized by Lord Kapila. So this is a good enough, to damage, all this sakama karma or sakama karmis or non-devotees. Now let us get into our acharya. Right? We all are Rupanugas. ISKCON, we all are Rupanugas. There are many nugas we are today, but fortunately, our acharyas very, mercifully, they have given us the path. Okay, don't be blind. Right? So take this. Prabhupada says, hold my dhoti like that. In that mood, Let us discuss few things about superiority of Bhakti Yoga, or whatever Acharya Rupa Goswami mentioned six characteristics of pure devotional service. What is the solution for this? Yes, I am a Sakama Karmi. I go to the Lord and at least coming. That also Lord says you come to me. There are many people goes to Indra, Chandra, that this this Homa, that Lord, this Lord, all these things. So according to this, the Rupa Goswami's six characteristics of a pure devotee. Let us understand a little bit. From that, then we can understand how fallen we are, or how this sakama karmis or this non-devotional activities are condemned or not recommended. And out of six characteristics, the first characteristics, what benefit I am going to get, if suppose, if at all, with the mercy of the pure devotees, I am getting into this bhakti yoga process, the first benefit is immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Yes. Lord says in Bhagavad Gita in many places, right? And surrendered soul. How Arjuna is a surrendered soul. Because he has come to the stage, he had come to the stage like Karpanya dosho ahata swabhava prachamitam dharma sambhoga chetaha यशा निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं चादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So he came to the conclusion that he took his hands like Draupadi. Oh Lord, I am helpless in this conditioned life. What could I do? Next, surrender. Then Lord comes, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Charan. So, are we in that mode? Are we qualified to that? Yes. Let us follow our acharyas to qualify. Then this bhakti yoga or pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. We are always behind, inauspiciousness. Oh Lord, you left me when I am in trouble. Oh Lord, you left my life like this. There are many people, coming to the Lord, crying, and all these things we have been seeing, including us. We have our own personal experience. Each one of us would have, some point in time we begged, in front of the Lord. Yes, Lord says, Sarvadharman Paritej. Just you leave all variety of these things and get into the devotional service. But how many of us are getting perfection in that? That is also a question mark. But for that also Lord answers, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So how many of them getting into this devotional service? In out of that thousand, one attains the perfection. That is the pathetic condition of this Sakama Karmi and this other process of yoga. This is the second out of six. This is the second characteristic. Is the beginning of all auspiciousness. Yes, so we feel whenever we chant, we are so happy. Whenever we give, whenever we prepare prasadam, whenever we distribute prasadam, whenever you join for Yatra. I don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. Some devotees calling, you all come, we'll go to Vrindavan, we'll go to Mayapur, we'll go to South India Yatra, or, whichever the place, which is where our acharyas spread this God consciousness. When we go there, even if I am in the level of Sakama Karmi, there is a mercy of a pure devotee one could elevate to the next level. No other option, no other option. Sixth quality says that, but let us discuss the third one. The third one automatically puts one in transcendental pleasure. When you do kirtan, when you do japa, when you give class, when you hear class, right? When you go to have, when you have darshan of the Lord, by seeing very opulent way of the altar is being arranged in the temple. So it mesmerized, so pleasing to the eyes. So one could enjoy all this for everyone. And then this is the third characteristics. And even one of the pastime, to understand better. In the Tantra Shastra, Lord Shiva also glorifies how this, what to say, this happiness being derived for the devotees from pure devotional service is the highest because it is eternal. So even Lord Shiva himself glorifies. Right? So this devotional service is the ultimate. Remaining all do Tyaga, that, this, etc., etc., whatever, Jnana mark, whatever, other mark you choose, these all are indirect path. In Kali Yuga, it is nowhere recommended. In Kali Yuga, it is recommended Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyava, 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 Katiranya. No other way, no other way, no other way other than chanting the name of the Lord. But how many of us getting into this Navavida Bhakti, getting into chanting, Kirtan, preheating prasadam, which deity worship, etc. So that is eternal. Lord Shiva himself glorifies. And then the fourth characteristic, pure devotional service is rarely achieved. Right? So this is another characteristic. Bhaunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prabhajan. So it is rarely achieved. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, by the mercy of spiritual master who is pure devotee, and by the mercy of Krishna who can achieve the platform of devotional service, there is no other way. Without Srila Prabhupada, let us think our position. What is the understanding? In India, everybody knows Krishna. Am I a devotee? Big question mark. In the festivals, we can find so many devotees are gathering, and the temple is filled with crowd. But how many of them are pure devotees? How many of them attaining the perfection? How many of them attaining the perfection? Still, it is a unanswered question. What is the answer for that? Here, we all are Rupanugas. We are following Rupa Goswami. Six characteristics of a pure devotee or a bhakti yoga. Okay. The fourth one is pure devotional service is rarely achieved by the mercy of the spiritual master who is pure devotee, and by the mercy of Krishna one can achieve the platform of devotional service. So those are when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the introduction, right, introduction it says, those who have taken birth in the region of India, they all are fortunate. They should go take this, Krishna consciousness sincerely and go and spread across the world, at least to one's family, at least to the one street, at least to the one village, at least to the one once whatever the strength he has got. The so-called materialistically, I am so and so. We are climbing. Use it for pleasing the Krishna's senses. This is the fourth characteristics of this devotional service or bhakti yoga, or superiority of the bhakti yoga. And then fifth characteristic, right? Even the Krishna consciousness, pure devotees deride even the conception of liberation. Even the devotees are not behind all this four or five liberations are there. So even the pure devotees not behind this liberation also. So that is the beauty. That is the beauty of what to say. That is the beauty of this. That is the beauty of this. Krishna consciousness. So one should understand where we are and what is our position. What I have been doing, right? And we should not in the wrong perception like licking honey from outside the bottle. Oh, I am also doing bhakti. I am also doing that. What is that bhakti yoga? What is that? Let us understand properly. It's like, for example, we would have seen some videos or some we would have come across the child, the father or parents, calling a child, the child is in the some, you know, uh, top floor or standing on the staircase or something. The child will not think the consequences. If I jump from here, what will happen to me? Directly, that baby jumps to the hands of the father or hands of the mother. Or suppose a father or mother in the swimming pool or in the water. The baby does not know swimming. By believing the parents, just like that, that baby jumps with faith, the faith on the parents. So we all need so much of proof, so much of evidence without having any minimum understanding of this senses does not work to assess the Lord, the existence of God, or the name, form, qualities of the Lord. Through this understanding we cannot do that. That is also a mood of a pure devotee. So the liberation. So I don't bother about liberation also. Oh my dear Lord, I should come to the stage of prema bhakti. There is unconditionally let me surrender to you. There is no 0.0001 percentage of impurity in the belief or faith on the Lord. So that is the point here. Rupa Goswami, bring out another superiority of the bhakti yoga or pure devotional service. And the sixth characteristics here it is being mentioned only means to attract Krishna. How this pure devotional service one could attain only means to see how should be done or how should we practice this bhakti yoga means only through pure devotional service. Why? Because Lord's name is Madana Mohana, right? What is the Lord's name? Lord's Supreme Personality of Godhead being addressed Madana Mohana. That means he can defeat the attraction, right? The Kama, right? The Kama is so handsome, and that is the attraction. The Kama Dev is the so attracted, but here Lord is even so attracted than that. And again another beauty, another mercy Lord gives here Madana Mohana Mohini, right? How the Srimati Radharani is so attracted. This is also because of pure devotional service, right? So Lord gives his free hand to the, the supreme servant, the one who can attract the Lord by his devotional service. These are the six characteristics or superiority of the Bhakti Yoga. So, who could tie the Lord? Only by the pure devotee. Lord allows, Lord listens. Lord is a Bhakta Vatsala, yes. I'm there for you, Sudama. I'm there for you, Mother Yashoda. I am there for you, all his devotees. So that is the mood of the Lord. But why can't we miss this Bhakti Yoga? Because we all are conditioned. We are so attracted with personal motive, with personal intention. So how can I come out of this? It is highly difficult. Let me share the yoga ladder for better understanding where we stand. We can assess. Let me share the screen of yoga ladder. Let me share the yoga ladder. Okay. Right. So here we could understand what exactly the yoga ladder is. Here there is some noise, so I close the door. Fine. So let us understand our yoga ladder. Give me a minute. I will try to share the screen. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Yes. I hope the screen is visible. So the extended yoga ladder. So initially, until I am in Sakama Karmi. So here we can understand. Initially, we are in the animal life. What is this animal life? It is filled with what? Sense gratification, right? No niyama, nothing, not even other yoga process, animal life, only purely for sense gratification, always in the ignorance, mode of ignorance. And then karma kanda, right? I do this, let me get some benefit. Then sakama karma yoga. So here, Lord Kapila is condemning this sakama karma yoga because always behind the fruits of work, fame or material enjoyment. So also addressed as a karmis, right? This sakama karma yoga, even whatever the perfection one attains, again there is a birth, death, old age, and disease. There is no question of coming out of this samsara. And then one who goes to other level like Nishkama Karma Yoga, then they are attaining the they could attain the perfection of to come out of this birth, death, old age, and disease with moksha. And then here there are other understanding or the other process. Jnana Yoga, no work activity. So what is this Jnana Yoga? Going deeper and deeper and deeper into understanding this for so many years. Accumulating the knowledge. Okay, you accumulate the knowledge. Again, you may reach Brahma Jyoti only. You cannot go beyond that. So here in the left hand side, here we can see sunshine, sun disk, enters sun planet. So the sunshine is compared with um, Brahma Jyoti. See, this Brahma Jyoti is a stage where one could do nothing. I don't have anything to do with the Lord. I may end up with saying that I am also Lord and Lord also the Lord. So this is being condemned. This particular process. It's not recommended in Kali Yuga, but even we can see many saffron or so-called sadhus who practices this Jnana Yoga. But I don't think this Jnana Yoga also whether they could follow or not, where they are thinking and what they are thinking. That is a big question mark. I am not that elevated to comment on that, but their understanding is sunshine, right? So what is the sunshine? The sunshine means only up to Brahma Jyoti Jnana Yoga, accumulating knowledge and jnana. What is the next ladder? What is the next level? Astanga Yoga, sun disk. At least it is recommended, beyond this Jnana Yoga. Some mystic power or some mystic powers. So I'll get some yogic power by doing all this due to meditation and all these things, Ashtanga Yoga, the eight process, Yama, Niyama, Pratyahara, etc. etc. And here the understanding is one may reach, Paramatma, or one may reach the understanding of, or there is a danger, one may reach again, to the Brahma Jyoti by this process. By this process. So that is the understanding here. And now the ultimate ladder or the ultimate process here it is recommended in Bhagavad Gita is the Bhakti Yoga, the chapter number 7 to the chapter number 12. Prabhupada given as a cream biscuit. Right? So the first six are like a upper layer of the biscuit, and then 13th to 18th layer is the another side of the biscuit. Now Bhakti Yoga is the topmost process, right? So here it is enters the sun planet, or it is being identified as the Brahman realization. Sorry, it is being identified as Bhagavan realization. That is the ultimate goal. Here one could understand. Initially one could be in the animal life, then karma kanda, takama karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, bhakti yoga. Okay, so I took a form. There are 84 lakh species are there. Only for human form, this particular Nishkama Karma Yoga opportunity being given. Right? Others still Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. So one should come to the stage of Nishkama Karma Yoga, then we can aspire for the Bhakti Yoga. But in Kali Yoga, Astanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, it is not at all possible. So this is very unfortunate situation of a person, those who are Indra, Chandra, even whomever it may be. At least for them, from the purport it is mentioned, at least for them, there is opportunity. They can, at least follow different processes, different form and shape, they can come to the bhakti mark, then they are enjoying. But once, as I mentioned, if the battery is low, then whatever the karmic activity, the perfection they achieve, they go to Surgaloka, they go to other lokas. Once that credit being vanished, again they have to take a birth as any of these species. Do no guarantee that. Even for Surgadipati, who even for Indra, what is the position? Because of his garva, he is so, know, what to say, mm, proud about his position. I am the king of this heavenly planet. Then, because of Narada Muni's, lesson, he took a form as a pig. So, came into this conditioned being. Right? Whatever the jiva one takes, is animal life. So we don't know that there is a guarantee that we know that sons of the pressure Kuvera, son, Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. Right? Because of excessive opulent life, they have, it is mentioned in a moon planet, they get the opportunity to drink this somapa. They can, there is a plant, right, soma, that gives some what is it? That psychological, happiness. When I drink the drink, it is not like the so-called liquor. But if we drink this liquor, we forget ourselves, right? That is what science says, right? This liquor goes inside and it makes the person to, uh, what to say, forget what I am. But the real intelligence, the real inquiry should come out from a pure devotee saying that, who am I? Why am I? Who is God? Right? Brahma Jignasa. So, what is my purpose of taking birth here? So, that higher questions should come even to the next level of animals. So, that is what is the difference between animal and human form? We all are rational animals. We are superior than the animal only with one quality is rational thinking. We have a ability to question. We have a ability to inquire about this. Otherwise, still we are in the stage of animal like, as I shared from the, this ladder, again I will share what is this ladder. Otherwise, this this animal life does not have any rational thinking. Only in the human form, at least we can get this Sakama Karma Yoga. After many births, one could come to the Nishkama Karma Yoga to achieve this Bhakti Yoga. For that, we need mercy of a Guru. For that, we need a mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, one may come Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janam. 84 lakh species are there. So out of 84 lakh species, we are only the human form, only 4 lakh species, not even 5 percentage. So in that 5 percentage, how many of us would elevated to the level of becoming a pure devotee? So always remember this sunshine, sun disk, and sun planet. This is Brahman realization and Paramatma realization, and then Bhagavan realization. Concept is basis, but still we stuck into this Sakama Karmic level only. So that is a process here. Lord Kapila gives the knowledge to Devahuti, and also we all are Rupanugas, and then Rupa Goswami also emphasized on the same point. Don't get into this trap of this samsara, right? Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. Don't get into this process, right? So let us take the benefit from our acharyas, not getting into this cycle of birth and death or like Ferris wheel of system. One should better take to the spiritual world to enjoy an eternal life full of full of bliss and knowledge, and never return to this miserable material existence. So we should aspire to go out of this 14 planetary system, not even Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha, the mood of a devotee is worshipping the Lord in the four hands form. No, we the devotees should aspire through Bhakti Yoga to go to the Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavan in the two hands form with the Prema Bhakti. So we all know Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, how I can associate, how I can, so everybody has got a chance to associate with the Lord. So that should be the mood of pure devotee. Otherwise, it is so entangled, whatever the vehicle we use. So we may go to the moon planet. We may get, the Soma Bana, Soma Rasa we can have from the planet, from that plant. But again, we have to come back. Whatever the birth we may get very aristocratic family, we may get birth in very mercantile family or whatever the so-called, like king family, whatever the body we take. Again, we have to take birth. So one should be mindful for hearing from Lord Kapila and from Mother Devati. Here, Lord Kapila is enlightening us or giving the knowledge to us with this criticizing the Sakama Karma and then superiority of the Bhakti Yoga in this chapter. So the true theme of this, the quick summary is what we have discussed so far is Lord Kapila criticized the Sakama Karma and then superiority of the Bhakti Yoga. So additionally, I had given about what our Acharya Rupa Goswami given the 6 characteristics. So quickly, I would like to summarize. So what is the benefit I get? What is my take-home message means? This is the take-home message. When one get into this Bhakti Yoga, definitely immediate relief from all kinds of material distress and is the beginning of all auspiciousness and automatically puts one in transcendental pleasure. I did, chanting. Today I did, today I joined the Bhagavatam class. Today I gave the class, right? So these all are the benefits of devotional service. And then how the happiness, it is not temporary. Like in this verse it is mentioned, this happiness is derived from pure devotional service is the highest because it is eternal. And what is the fourth benefit? Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. Right? So we through mercy of Srila Prabhupada only today we are sitting and discussing only with the mercy of Guru Maharaj, only with the mercy of our senior devotees. Today we are sitting and discussing all this. And then fifth benefit is even one could aspire which is beyond liberation, right? How the child, I gave the example, how the child jumps to the hands of the parents, etc. And then what is the fifth benefit of this Bhakti Yoga is we will not get into attract ourselves, rather we will get into attract Krishna. How? Lord Krishna is Madana Mohana, but Srimati Radharani is Madana Mohana Mohini. As it, to when the one who get into this devotional service, that devotee could attract even Krishna. Krishna even could listen to Sudama, even could listen to all his associates. Right? That is the power of Bhakti Yoga or the path of Bhakti Yoga. So here Lord Kapila says, don't get into this Sakama Karma way of getting into the materialistic thing. You may get moon planet, we may get, Somabana, that, this and all the opulent, you may get very opulent lifestyle. But end of the day, again, I should get into birth, death, old age and disease. The Ambani and, other opulent, or whatever, this, uh, like Parasara Muni says, all fame, all what are the 6 Aishwaryas, right? What the one may get, but one will not get in full, right? So that is the understanding here. So instead of rather choosing the wrong path, let us choose this devotional service or bhakti yoga process. By, by saying this final message, the points, I'd like to stop here. It's almost 9 o'clock. Once again, thanks to all the devotees for joining. And so here I would like to stop here. If you have any questions or any sharings, most welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. If there is no any questions or suggestions, then we can enter the questions here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Jai. Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare